John's dangerous though with that running forehand. He loves to hit it up the line. The other guy that hit that running forehand so well, John Newcomb. I saw him pass so many players with that buggy whip, the ball way out wide.
Oh, yes. An explosive forehand.
And that's the beauty of this surface, as you said, Vitas. It gives him a chance to hit those winners off the ground. You don't get to do that very often on grass. But on this surface, as he follows through, big high follow through over the shoulder. Now watch him line his forehand up and just snaps over. He's got a lot of power in that forearm. Here's the winner right there.
Lendl had a much easier route to this match after he got by Richard Clinching. He saved 2 match points to do it. Ace number 3 for Ivanisevic. I love the way players stare at the cement as if there's going to be something there to see. 2 here serves. 118 on the radar for Ivanisevic, and we're at 2-all first set. Well, there's the stunning match against Krajicek, saved 2 match points and went on to easily win in the 5th. Patrick Cunin second round, Todd Woodbridge in the 3rd. But a testimony there to Lendl's fitness. Twice in this very hot first week, he lost the first set and still won the match.
He prides himself on how fit he is. He feels as long as he's fit, he can play his way into the tournament.
I think Lendl's the most organized player in the game. He's got his rackets down to a science. He changes at the ball change. I mean, everything is there's no margin for error. Everything is just how well he plays. Everything else, the equipment, his training, and everything is just automatic.
Is he the best golfer on the circuit too?
I don't know, there's some pretty good guys out there.
The gullies would be very tough to beat.
Yeah. A guy named Laver hits the ball pretty hard off the right-handed side. Left-handed tennis player, right-handed golfer. Ooh.
The scary thing about Ivanisevic is not only does he have that big serve and volleys fairly well at the net, is that he backs it up so well with ground strokes. I mean, he's dangerous on both wings, whereas in Krajicek's case, you think if you got the serve back, you're in the point pretty much. He'll make a mistake on the ground strokes. Ivanisevic is tough off the ground.
Ivanisevic losing just 1 set so far in an impressive second round win over Goran Ivanisevic, who's ranked in the top 25 in the world.
We've watched Lendl through the tournament here with that little unique. We'll get a chance to look at it. He takes the racket, and then as he gets ready to serve, he changes the grip. He'll move his hand around about a 1/4 of a turn, and it gives him a chance. There's the grip, and then you'll see him as he gets ready to start to serve. The grip will move slightly, and it gives him a chance to spin it if he wants. There it is, right there. Kind of readjusts. Oh, and off the top of the frame, and even Ivanisevic very patient at the moment, staying back there. This is about as patient as I've seen him play in big matches.
And he's trying to set you up for the big knockout punch. He keeps the ball deep, deep, waits for you to hit a little bit shorter, and then boom, whacks it into a corner.
2 break points for Ivanisevic.
That's a solid volley.
Real good volley.
I'd say we've seen some things this week. We've seen Chang save break points with aces. Lendl saves a break point at net.
Lendl coming in, and if he has a weakness, it says net play. But this time, he got the racket well out in front, dropped the head just a little bit, but was very firm.
And you saw him change that grip, too. Lendl's a real grip changer. He'll change on the backhand volley. He'll change on the serve. And he moves his hand way around on the forehand, so he uses distinct grips.
He's way over on his forehand with an Eastern grip. Then he goes way over with a very pronounced backhand grip.
There's that little change on the serve.
Very calmly saves 2 break points.
Don't you hate missing a return of serve on a huge point like that? I mean, you didn't mind if you got the ball in play and the guy beats you, but to not give him a chance to make an error drives you crazy. I guess those of us have missed a lot of break points remember that.
Great shot from the Fuji Blimp.
This is
It's like a video game from up there, doesn't it? Glorified game of Pong.
This is really fun. You don't get to see it from this angle very often.
Get on your joystick now, Barry.
Those of us that don't own blimps.
Great. That was fun. Great shot and a great angle.
That is really neat.
And that was Ivanisevic, folks. A big forehand winner.
That's the only bad thing. A little tough to see who's playing down there.
Left versus right, thank goodness.
I could tell it was a men's match, though.
It's a break point for Ivanisevic. What's that fencing term?
Touche.
Touche.
Samantha Lendl has watched almost as much tennis as John and Kay McEnroe. Not quite as much, I don't think.
Lendl playing a come from behind game has a chance to hold on here. 3 break points have been saved.
Oh.
Lendl not getting around on that forehand. Goran keeping the ball very deep.
Ivanisevic told us in the studio the other day that he would not play Davis Cup tennis for Yugoslavia. He says, I'll play for Croatia, but not Yugoslavia.
And he's had great Davis Cup results this year. Beat Edberg, Korda, and Novacek in Davis Cup. sounds from another era at that point.
Lendl had a chance to come in. He took a couple steps, decided to move back. Didn't look very aggressive.
You get the feeling Goran is saying early in this match, hey, I'm not going to give up from the backcourt. You're going to have to beat me some other way. I am too tough from back here.
How many players through the years have been able to do that to Lendl?
Exactly.
Not many. Now he'll get a second serve. Will Ivanisevic on his 4th break point.
And checking his toss there. He throws the ball a little bit higher than most players on the first toss.
Oh, a double fault as he looks up into the sky. And Ivanisevic has the first break of the match. I'm going to ask for that off. I'm going to ask for tomorrow night off.
Jeez.
You used that line on me last year.
I'm hiding my glee, Brian. Outside the stadium court on the grounds of the National Tennis Center, daily draw boards are updated by some people who must be art majors. They do a wonderful job with perfect lettering. And there you see the men's draw. We're in the top half. Connors and Krickstein tomorrow, what should be an outstanding match. And tomorrow night on USA at 7:30 Eastern, our feature match, Jim Courier, the French Open champ, against Spaniard Emilio Sanchez, one of 3 Sanchez is still alive at the U.S. Open singles.
I picked the family Sanchez against the field yesterday, running out of picks here.
We all know, Barry, what your picks are like.
I'm the kiss of death. There's Jack Kramer, a great champion, a gentleman who won this title, obviously, in the mid-40s, and the guy who really started the pro tour in the old station wagons and the rollout canvas court in our day, and it's great to see Jack out here today.
Beautiful day for spectating.
Kramer winning back at the old West Side Tennis Club at Forest Hills. Beat Tom Brown from San Francisco in the finals the year he won it in '46. Tom Brown still playing senior tennis. Jack was also the first president of the ATP, which a lot of people in this day and age don't remember, but he really got the whole movement going in the early 70s.
Kind of the Kurt Flood of tennis. A man that Kurt Flood who liberated and made millions of dollars for a generation of baseball players.
Well, Ivanisevic has a kink in his armor is his inconsistency. Can really throw in some bad mistakes during a match.
He's a little like Edberg was a few years ago. He's a bit streaky too. He'll get down and just lose his concentration, and then he'll go maybe 3 or 4 games when he has big trouble. Edberg used to do that, but he doesn't do it so much anymore.
Beautiful shot by Lendl.
If you can't beat him with power, beat him with touch. That time Lendl used the whole court. Ivanisevic runs after the drop shot. Instead of taking a big backswing on the backhand, just chips it down low, seeing Ivanisevic move to his right.
Yeah, he tried to put the brakes on, but there was no way. He's a pretty good mover for a big guy, too. He's agile out there. Oh, and he just gets the racket on that ball. You can hear it. It wasn't real solid, but sometimes shots like that are better than hitting a real ball in the middle of the racket.
Well, he must be a very imposing figure at the net. If he stretches out, both arms out, it covers pretty much most of the net. That time, good second effort, just getting his racket on it.
You saw him sort of look over at Ivanisevic to say, hey, I got a lucky shot, but, you know, he'll take it.
And he holds serve. So Goran Ivanisevic, he is 2 weeks shy of his 20th birthday and has a break advantage in the first set. 6 times this year, Ivanisevic has lost in the first round of tournaments. That's the inconsistency of which you gentlemen were speaking.
Ivanisevic losing to Paul Harhus at both the Italian and the French championships this year. Harhus, a lot of people haven't heard much about now that he's beaten Becker in straight sets here, and of course he beat McEnroe. Still in the tournament. Goran's probably happy he's not playing him.
Good wide serve. According to Ivan's standards, he did not have a very good year coming into the Open, although he won the Hamlet Challenge the week before, beating Edberg in the finals.
Played real well up there.
Although the conditions there were much slower than here at the Open. But he's slowly starting to get a little bit of feel back.
And Vitas, even though he's got one break, at this point, when you're receiving, you're saying to yourself, man, I'd like to get that second break just for a little comfort level and go over and serve for the first set. Because against a guy like Lendl, he's got that good return. One break, many times, is not enough.
So Ivanisevic is still up a break. 4-3 for the Yugoslav in the first set. All right, flip.
It's good.
Got anything going on the grandstand?
Thanks. That's terrific.
What's going on 16 and 17? It ain't nothing, man. Come on.
Not even fired up.
Where's that mixed dubs action today? Take a look at how our experts dissect the games of these two combatants.
Well, Ivanisevic with that big first serve, obviously more dangerous in that category, but Ivan has always had a very solid return to serve. His ground strokes are about as consistent as you can get. Net play we're going to give to Ivanisevic. He is tough up there. And intangibles, you got to go for Lendl. He is awfully tough when the chips are down.
The net play will be interesting to watch throughout this match and see how the numbers bear out. Ivanisevic certainly has worked on improving his net game.
Good example of the return of serve there from Lendl. Well, so far, Ivanisevic has stayed back. He has been extremely cautious about coming in. And I'm a little surprised, Vitas, that he is staying back quite as much as he is.
Well, he's been winning quite a few points from the backcourt. And if Lendl starts to counterpunch and start coming in, I think you'll see Ivanisevic take the advantage away from him. But right now, why change a winning game?
Ooh. That's his first double fault of the afternoon. Comes at a bad time. Up 30-15. He could have been up 40-15 here. And a foot fault called on Goran. He didn't even ask, just went back. Oh, and another double fault.
Starting to rush a little bit. He's not taking his time in between points.
Ivanisevic up a break. Lendl has a chance to even.
Oh, just wide. Ivan thought he got the line. Because actually it looked like it skidded. It absolutely did look like it skidded out wide. Bruno Rabot in the chair from France, and Ivan questioning that call. Another look at it now. We thought the ball skidded, Vitas.
Looked pretty good from up here.
Yeah, sure did. We're back to deuce.
Ooh.
Did you see that?
119 miles per hour.
I missed it.
I just saw the speed posted.
No.
We're on serve again. 4-all in the first set. And that game, Ivanisevic lost with the 2 double faults.
And Lendl played a very firm break point. Hit the ball really clean. He's been having problems off the ground of late.
He beat Edberg up there in the Hamlet just about 10 days ago, and we were there, and he hit the ball about as cleanly as I've ever seen him hit it. Just a very quick straight set win over Edberg in the final. And I said at the time, if he could play that well through this championship, he'd have a tremendous chance to win again. Oh. Now he's talking to Ken Farrar. That is Ken Farrar in the white hat. Let's listen.
Lendl is complaining, I believe, about the blimp.
Is that what it is, Ted? Because of obviously the blimp's been up there. We had some shots from it, so.
He's saying that when he throws, you see the Fuji.
There it is.
Yeah. He is saying that when he throws the ball up, he is seeing it move. Well, the only thing that's moving is the blimp.
That's incredible. Well, guys up in the blimp, maybe you can do a 90-degree turn.
Do a figure eight for us. Well, the other day, Connor stopped play when the blimp crossed across the stadium and the shadow moved across the court. But the shadow's not coming into play today.
And just when we were starting to use that shot for part of the show, I kind of like that every once in a while.
15. Well, he's got news. I don't think Lendl's going to get the blimp moved. I mean, he's going to have to live with it.
Absolutely. There's the shot. Lendl on the left, Ivanisevic.
Lendl's on the right in your picture serving.
See, I told you that's the problem with the blimp. Tough to see who's who.
And Goran fired the racket over. He's going to change rackets now. Did you used to have all your rackets strung at the same tension, Vitas, or did you mix it up a little bit?
If I felt I was playing well coming into the tournament, my rackets were made for those conditions. At Flushing Meadows, I'd have one batch of rackets made.
But all pretty much the same.
Much the same. Yeah. Someone like Connors has different tensions for different temperature conditions. If it's hot, he's got a different tension for when it's cool and breezy, and the balls maybe are a little bit lighter. But I pretty much stuck with one tension.
Is Jimmy string with pretty tight tension?
Pretty tight. But when he wants a little bit more, speed, he goes to a looser racket, gets a little bit more spring. He likes the trampoline effect on a racket.
Well, Lendl trying to take this first set up 5-4.
Hello? Fuji Jones probably putting up about $4 or $5 million. You think they're going to move that goddamn blimp? He's out of his mind.
Oh, I know. Besides, that's all I wanted to say. I didn't know Shaq. Serve it, baby.
Promo tonight's match.
Who's playing tonight? Who's playing tonight? Oh, tonight, yeah.
It's Saturday night.
You mean we don't have any dubs to kick it off with tonight? Oh, we need some dubs.
Is there one match?
Yeah.
One match, right?
Yeah. Barry's asking for mixed dubs tonight. It's the highlight of the San Francisco stop every year is that mixed dubs.
Mixed doubles final. Yep. We play it on the
first
opening
ball,
weekend.
First ball's about 1:30 a.m. Is that right?
All right. Thanks, Camille. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you when we get even into Ivan golfing again. I'm going to ask you about how those 7 a.m. tee times you've had with him, Bear.
I hit tennis balls with him. Then he went and played golf.
Coming up tonight on USA, or perhaps immediately following this match, will be the feature match of the night on Stadium Court. Number 2 seed Stefan Edberg facing Michael Chang, and they have had a long and very competitive rivalry. This will be the 11th time those two have met, and it will be tonight's feature match on USA's coverage of the U.S. Open.
I think the match everybody remembers is that final over in the French when Michael had beaten Lendl earlier. What a year he had over there.
Ivanisevic serving. We're on serve in the first set at Stadium Court. Michael Stich has won this afternoon. He is in the quarterfinals and will play the winner of this match.
You get a whole different outlook because a left-hander now, he will not be looking up into the same area that Lendl was. Another one, 6th ace.
Wow.
That is a lot of aces after only 9 games have been played. I thought it was wide.
This ball is coming like that. That ball was coming in that way. You saw it, huh? Yes, I did.
Goran asked him, did you see the ball? He said yes. I guess it was good enough for him.
A double fault, his third. That's now 40-30.
Wow.
It's kind of like a pitcher striking out the side. 120.
Starting to warm up.
7 aces for Ivanisevic.
What a great advantage now to get ready to return serve when you win your own service game that easily. Both you guys are supposed to say there, yeah, you know, I always felt that way. Come on, Vitas.
Barry might have been able to. I certainly can't say that.
Boy, yeah, I've always said, Vitas, you were one of the great 4th round players that I ever saw.
1981.
Thank you so much.
Remember that match in
Make my day.
You remember that match, Vitas, in 81 against
I do
Lendl?
remember it. Do remember it. I was at 2 sets of love. Got it to 4-all on a very hot day, similar to the past couple of days. And I heard Lendl say to somebody, there's no way he's going to make it in the 5th. So that kind of annoyed me a little bit.
Vitas, how has Lendl's game changed from that match you played him in 81?
Well, he always had the big forehand. You mentioned the one down the line. You mentioned the forehand before. He always had the big forehand down the line. But when I was playing him, and for a couple years after that, he was...
Bruno Rabot. Lendl saying if it touches the line, that's good, you know. Reminding the umpire what the rules
primer
are.
on the rules. That's nice.
Good volley by Lendl. But getting back to where he's improved is that he did not vary his backhand very much. He was very predictable where he was going to pass. So if you were a net rusher,
you could pick it.
It was easy to pick, and he never came to net. Only to pick up balls and to shake your hand at the end of a match. It was about the only time he came in. And he's started to come in a lot more now and volleying much better. That's why he got Tony Roach to work on his net and approach game.
How many times did you play him, Viz? Do you remember?
I played him a bunch of times.
Did you?
Played him a bunch of times.
And always did pretty well?
Did pretty well against him.
If we did a player comparison, Lendl and Gerulaitis, where would that red check go in the charisma category?
The intangibles, I know where I'd put that baby.
Tony Roach, the man responsible for the variety in Lendl's game.
Roach, one of the great Australian serve and volleyers, did so well against Rod Laver as we look up at the Fuji Blimp.
Maybe the greatest backhand volley ever to play the game. Once it came to that side, adios.
Lendl serving at 30-all, 5-all, first set.
Deuce.
Ivanisevic has got a little back problem. Yes.
Wow. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, he's been trying to stretch the last few points.
Not sure what's happening. Everybody's attentions have turned skyward. Venus, what do you spot?
A flock of birds have flown over the center court here at Flushing Meadows.
Oh.
Here's our
Are they the Flushing
bird
Meadows
cam.
Swallows coming home?
Swallows return to Flushing Meadows.
Looked like he kind of gave up on that point. I mean, those last 3 or 4 swings were half-hearted.
Because strategy-wise, I don't think it's wise to play a lot of balls back to Lendl. They're just rallying back deep. Lendl will go down the line. Goran won't even go for the ball.
Yeah.
He made a little move to the left and felt it was too far wide. Maybe his back is bothering him now.
The last couple of shots, he put nothing on the ball.
But, Barry, you certainly don't want to hit too many balls in an exchange to Lendl. Get him into a groove, especially if I had the firepower of Ivanisevic off both wings.
No, I don't understand it either. He's staying in the backcourt. And as you mentioned, Ted, I think there's a physical problem here that could be worse than everybody thinks.
Deuce.
Wow.
That would be a shame because we were expecting a really firecracker-packed match.
What was your record in firecracker pack matches, Vitas?
20-0.
The points are being played seemingly right into Lendl's hand. He's mishit a couple that have kept this game going. And now Ivanisevic is a break point.
No, it stayed in, Ted. Oh, yep, ball stayed in, and Lendl had a look at his racket. Now he grabs a towel. He got 25 seconds in between points. Lendl will use it all up on this.
Now we're back to a deuce point. At 5-all in the first set. Game finally to Lendl. He leads 6-5, and the trainer will tend to Ivanisevic.
Yep.
Right, right.
Yeah. We've mentioned that once.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
All
right.
right. Okay.